What's up, YouTube? I am completely blown away by the support. For my last video, I wanted to get to 500 subscribers, put out the call a couple videos ago, and last video was the most success I've had on any video on this channel. Over 6,000 views and I think over 75 subscribers just from that video alone. So we went way above. We're at 557 as of the time of this recording. So can't thank you guys enough for watching the videos, enjoying the content, commenting, subscribing. It means so much. I want to do a lot more. So as promised, here's the Gold Pass giveaway. Here's what you need to do to possibly win a Gold Pass. In this video, in the comments, leave a comment, tell me what card or deck type you want me to try to build. I will randomly pick a couple comments. If you'd like to like the video and subscribe as well, if you're not, you can. But all you need to do to win is leave a comment down below. I will randomly pick 2 winners. I'm going to give away 2 Gold Passes. And in the next video, I think probably in about 48 hours from the time this posts, in the description, I will put a tag with your username on YouTube. And you just get in touch with me on Discord or Blue Sky. Those are the 2 places that I am. And I will have more details in the next video, but basically you're just going to send me a screenshot so that I know it's you, and then we'll get you your Gold Pass. I want to get this done kind of quickly because Marvel Snap is moving to a new web store, and I don't know how gifting is going to work there. So I think that everything should work out this way, but either way, we're definitely going to get Gold Passes or equivalent of Gold Pass to a couple of you guys, and we'll continue doing this as we keep going up in subscribers. So thank you so much for watching. That's the spiel about the giveaway. Thanks again for all the support. Now let's get into today's deck video. I was struggling whether to show some Clog cards or Galactus because it's a Merlin Clog Galactus deck. How does that work? Well, I'll show you in the elevator pitch. A lot of Clog obviously right now, but the genesis of this deck was I saw a post on Reddit where somebody randomly generated a Galactus and they were already playing Merlin. They had Once in Future in hand as a skill, and when you use Once in Future, you can put Galactus into lanes that opponents think you can't because you already have something there. It only works when you have enough energy and you have just 1 card there, but it's a really sneaky Galactus play. And so that's what I built this deck around. It's got Clog, it's got the Merlin spells, and it has Galactus. And sometimes it just works out. Before we get into this card by card, just a reminder, leave a comment down below saying what card or deck archetype you'd like me to make a deck around next. And I'll randomly pick a couple comments to win some Gold Passes as part of the 500 subscriber giveaway. Alright, so this being a Clog deck, obviously Titania. It's tricky to play, but super powerful when you play alongside something like Acid Arrow or, of course, Green Goblin. There's other cards that can work too. When you have Daredevil in the deck, sometimes you can find ways to get Titania on the other side and be able to bring it back safely at the end of the game. Then you have Jennifer Kale. This is one of the new cards. I want to try it in this deck because obviously it can enable a turn 5 Galactus. It can also help you out with the Once in Future Galactus play if you have Jennifer Kale and Luna working. That gives you the 7 energy you need to do 1 for Once in Future and 6 for the Galactus. Then you have Daredevil. This card in a Clog deck is pretty underplayed, I think, and invaluable. It just lets you know where you can play your Hobgoblin, lets you know how you can do weird arcane debris clogs, lets you know if you can play Galactus if you happen to have enough energy for that. Just super good, and honestly just pulls a lot of retreats that you wouldn't get otherwise. Kate Bishop. In the Clog deck you need Acid Arrow. It's just too good as a 1-cost Clog card. And then the other arrows can get work done as well. Sometimes it gets a little awkward in hand between Merlin's skills and Bishop arrows, but I think it still needs to be in a Clog deck. Merlin, this deck really sings with Merlin. I mean, you get a ton of skills, and the ability to kind of be versatile with them is super important. And like I said earlier, this is a deck that tries to do that cool Once in Future Galactus combo. I don't think it's going to show up in any of this gameplay, but I had it happen a few times before I started recording, and it's a lot of fun. Green Goblin in a Clog deck. Goblins are you know, one of the only ways you can go now the White Widow's been nerfed. So makes the cut. Debris, not everybody plays Debris. It's kind of risky with things like Strange Supreme and Killmonger around, but I still think it can win you games with Daredevil, and I like including it in my Clog decks. Then you got Luna. This lets you play Galactus early if you need to. People still don't really expect Galactus with Clog. And Luna, I mean, if you've watched my channel for a while, Luna's in a lot of my decks. Just since it's been buffed, it's super good. Sometimes you even get Wakanda or an Armored Lane, and Luna just acts as a Clog card by putting that extra Ice Cube down. Hobgoblin, just listen to what I said about Green Goblin. Same thing applies here. And without any ramp, it's just good with Daredevil. Cannonball, this is core in a Clog deck. You clog down one lane, and then if you don't have priority, you get to Cannonball their biggest thing away from another lane, and that's how you win games without Galactus. And by the way, if you play Galactus, and let's say you had priority when you played Galactus, you win the lane, but then their lane ends up being bigger by the end of the destruction, that means that if you have Cannonball, you're almost always going to win there because you don't have priority now, and you're going to be able to Cannonball away and destroy their biggest card. So that is another reason to have Cannonball in this deck, if not for the obvious Clog reasons. And then you have Galactus, and that's why I built the deck. It's always fun to play Galactus, one of my favorite cards in the game, and I don't get many chances anymore, so glad to do it. Finally, Alioth. Usually you're going to have priority after successful Galactus play on turn 5, and then Alioth can typically mop up on turn 6. Sometimes they'll just play something crazy like a Magneto or an Infinite or who knows, Giganto, the new Giganto. But Alioth otherwise, you know, stomps on a lot of the answers that people might think they have against a Galactus play. So that's all of the deck. Go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment to enter the giveaway, and here comes the gameplay for this deck. Okay. So, looks like High Evo. We don't have any 1-drops that we typically will play on turn 1 in this deck. Just Titania, who obviously you're not usually going to want to play early. Death's Domain, okay. So, we've got Merlin. I think we'll just develop it on the right. Okay. That's no longer Death's Domain. Could be useful for us, actually. That's where we're going to want to Clog. I mean, an armored lane is basically clogging when you Luna. They're going to get ramp, of course, but all we're really worried about is clogging up the lane. So if they don't play anything here, we'll Debris and then move Titania over. Okay, and we just keep Titania, that's fine. See what they play. The Thing. So we definitely have to be careful of Hazmat and Luke, of course. think we kind of just have to play Cyclops and hope they don't have Luke. I should have probably not played Presence here so that Cyclops would trigger. Okay, so we're gonna lose Wakanda. If they hazmat Luke, we're just dead. But otherwise, if we cannonball, we should be in good shape. Do we want to like polymorph, cannonball, grapple arrow? Let's see if they play Infinite. No, they can't. Alright. Since we don't have priority, I think we can do that. And they can't retreat. Which is why we're boomer snapping, because of Vesuvius. All right. This is a bot, so we'll snap. Oh, cool. We get Nimrod. Lose our Hobgoblin. Double Merlin's gonna kind of nutty, but I think it's worth it. Kind of have to keep up with it in hand. Okay, so they have Daredevil, so ours will just cancel if I play that. I think I'm just gonna waste once in future. So we get both Merlin cards. Oh. Okay, we lost Goliath and they lost Infinite. We can get that Sasquatch rather cheap. What about a double polymorph on Hawkeye? Ouch. Drax. No acid arrow feels bad. Let's get a 4-drop. Something good, please. Okay. I mean, Sasquatch. Our plan is to cannonball next turn. I'm just gonna do Sasquatch. Based on where it goes, that'll inform how we do Cannonball. So they have priority. They could float with Sunspot. We could just force Cannonball. Him Arrow. Scarlet Spider. Grapple. I think that makes sense. Alright. Airsham Gamer. So it's Merlin or Kate. I think Merlin's better to get down. I don't believe Merlin or Mercury stops like Titania or Green Goblin, but I'm not positive. We could just debris here. Throw down a polymorph. Okay, so Loki, wow. Well, that's pretty painful master mold for them. What's Titania, Once in Future, Hawkeye? Okay. So this is interesting. I think we're supposed to just... So we have to play around their Cannonball, which means we need them to keep priority if they would get my Cannonball. So if we Luna here just to beef this up, does that mean that we can Cannonball Crimson Cosmos next turn? Something like this. Alright. Cannonball and Vibranium. Sure. Okay. That worked. We would have lost if they didn't cannonball our arrow over, so kind of lucky. But the idea was sound. Alright, do we just go for the Galactus? Sure. I think we do. We have priority, so let's just try to play on the lane we know will be safe. See what we destroyed. Wolverine. Okay, there's Kyera. That's not even made by Arishem. Was the Wolverine? It was. Okay. I guess Merlin. We have to assume they'll play one card. So Titania, I think we just Presence. Or do we green? Yeah, I think we just Presence. Okay. They don't know we're Clog yet, so Titania Green Goblin could win the game right here. We already snapped. We just need them to play one card. I think we cannonball, right? Okay. You got him. Drew all the top end. Got an Arishem deck. That Wolverine's annoying. So we might just have to try to go for a traditional Galactus win here. See if we make it. This next turn would be when we would activate Jennifer. Cersei, okay. Well, it's obviously unlikely that Galactus hits now, but we'll try it at 1 cube. Now it's going to get interesting. Tarnax. Just not Armzor. Okay, Mockingbird. And we just go for Eliath. We'll see. Okay. I can tell that's not a bot from the name and the avatar. Spider Island should be Galactusable. If it stays around. Kale. Or are we just Luna? I think we Luna. Alright. Okay, we're in business. I think it's just Hawkeye, Merlin. We should be clear to just Galactus now. Opponent's really thinking this one through. Sentry. Hope you enjoyed those games. Kind of a shorter one, just wanted to get this one up so I can get the giveaway going. Make sure you only have a couple days to leave a comment, and we can pull a couple names, get in on the giveaway. And thanks again for all your support and for watching. Let's keep this channel going. Thanks a lot. Later.